Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Insufficient Friends. I'm Kevin. She's Nikki.
Hi.
And, Nick, did anything interesting happen in your week?
Nothing that we can talk about on here.
Okay.
How about
Okay.
you?
We did, at work, we did have at the television station I work at, we just got a new studio set. And we just launched that today. So we got a whole new, big monitors and everything, and that's been an interesting change. So that's been fun to kind of watch be built. But other than that,
Yeah.
no. It really, I mean, it doesn't. It's been fun to do. It's something different. So that's been the last time we got one was about. I had probably only been there like 6 or 7 months, so it's been about 15 years ago.
I was gonna say that's a long time then.
Yeah, so it's been a little while since we got a new one, so it's kind of something different, something new. So that's fun.
Mhm.
But no, not really anything too crazy going on this week. Uh, I'm trying to think of no, I think that's it. I do like your sweater though. Um,
My favorite show.
is this your yeah, I guess we've talked about that before.
hmm
Um,
I'm proud of you for noticing.
the
Yeah,
the Law
Law
and
and Order
Order
SVU is my favorite show. Pride and Prejudice is my favorite movie, but SVU is my favorite show.
the Law and Order in the
Yeah.
colors, but it doesn't say Law and Order. It just says dun dun.
Yes.
Which
So good.
I saw that and I didn't really notice it at first because I just was like, and then I was like, oh, that's Law and Order. That's definitely Law and
Yeah, you
Order.
say it in your head.
Yeah. And I saw the color scheme and
Yep.
I'm like, yep, that's definitely Law and Order. Because I heard it,
Yes.
could hear
I
the music or the theme, the
yeah.
little thing in my head. Yep.
I rarely let myself get a little treat or gift for myself when we're, building a house and other expensive things. And
hmm
this one I was like, you know what? Yeah.
Did you buy that online or did you find it like in a
hmm
store somewhere? Okay.
Yeah. NBC has a store
Oh,
of all the good shows.
that's not surprising.
Yeah, all a bunch of movies. Yeah.
Okay, that's not really surprising.
I
So,
found it. Oh, I guess this was a good thing that happened. Well, technically last week, but I didn't see you, so I didn't get to tell you. We went to see, this was the reason I found the online NBC store. We went to see in theaters the re-release of Pride and Prejudice for the 20th
oh,
anniversary.
okay.
So I bought the tickets,
Mm-hmm.
didn't tell Casey what we were seeing
I'm sure he loved
until the
that.
last minute.
I'm sure he loved that. Yes.
But it was one of those theaters where there's a full restaurant, there's a bar, like
Oh, so
he
it's one
could
of the
have
fancy. It's
beer.
one of the fancy theaters. Okay.
Yeah, so he was fine.
Okay. Well, that makes it better.
hmm hmm
Okay. Um. So you went and saw went and saw the 20th anniversary of Pride and Prejudice. Now the other
Yeah,
question: did you go see the what anniversary
the
was it?
Star
The
Wars,
Star Wars
the
re-release.
Sith, Revenge of the Sith, I
Yeah.
think. No, I did not, because I didn't see that until after I had already gotten tickets to Pride and Prejudice, and we were already super busy.
Okay.
Otherwise, I would have done that one too. hmm I wanted to. I saw it, and I saw Hayden Christensen going to one of the premieres,
Mm-hmm.
and so cute. I'm so glad that he's getting a lot of love for his role now,
Yeah.
rather than
I
hate like back in the
I
day.
think the um what is the show that came out a couple years ago that he reprised his role as Vader that was pretty popular.
I know what you're talking about. I forget the name
Was it
now, but
Obi-Wan? Was it
yeah,
Obi-Wan that came out that he was
uh,
Vader in as well?
possibly,
Um
maybe.
I don't remember, but I think he got when that came out he was
Mhm.
Vader in that as well and I think that helped him out. So that was good.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. I'm just
Anyway,
glad he's getting love because he's a good actor, I think. I've always thought that.
yeah. So anyway, speaking of Star Wars, one, this is coming out on Star Wars Day, Nick. But
Oh, yep.
May the 4th. May the
Mm-hmm.
4th be with everyone. I was going to try
Mm-hmm.
to make it through this whole thing without saying that, but we're obviously
You
here.
lasted about five
I
seconds,
lasted
so
about five
congrats.
seconds, so congrats to everyone and me. But we're actually not. That's not what we're talking about today. Happy Cinco de
Yeah.
Cuatro, folks.
Happy Cinco de
Happy Cinco
Cuatro.
de Cuatro.
Yeah. We did do a May the 4th episode
We
last
we
year.
did May the 4th last year, so this year
Yeah.
we're doing Cinco de Cuatro.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep.
We're doing another fandom this
Yeah.
year because we can.
Yes.
And this year we decided to go with Arrested Development because it's another
Yes.
yes.
Hilarious sitcom.
Yes.
Yeah, I know we both really like this show. So, yeah, Arrested Development. It follows the Bluth family.
Mhm.
They are a formerly wealthy, kind of like Schitt's Creek, almost like
Mhm.
a formerly wealthy family, and then they go through these hilarious shenanigans. Although Schitt's Creek is much more realistic than Arrested Development.
I've never seen Schitt's Creek. I've heard it's very good, but I
It's
haven't
so
ever seen
good.
it. Um,
That has to be your next watch.
yeah, Arrested Development is so far fetched. It's absolutely ridiculous,
It's
but it's hilarious.
hilarious.
Um,
Yes, so good. Ron Howard produces it and
mhm.
he narrates as well, right?
I think so. Yeah, and he shows up.
hmm
I think he's like in an episode or two. Like he just is there. I
That's
believe.
interesting.
I think
Yeah, they have
so.
some pretty famous people in there. I mean, Liza Minnelli was in it as Lucia too because Ron Howard is friends with her, or she used to babysit him.
Hmm.
Liza Minnelli or babysat. What's the babysat? Is
Yeah,
that
I
the
think that'd be right. Yeah.
yeah?
Interesting.
She babysat Ron Howard.
I didn't know that. That's interesting.
hmm
Hmm.
So it's a really good sitcom. You can watch it on Netflix. If anyone is listening and hasn't seen it, you can watch it on Netflix. But what Cinco de Cuatro is, so basically they're mad at like Cinco de Mayo and how this is a whole holiday in their city. And so they make this whole big thing. So it's set in Newport Beach, California. And so they do this whole like intro. On the 4th of May in the city of Newport Beach, there occurs a festival called the Cinco de Cuatro, originally intended to debilitate the next day's Cinco de Mayo celebration.
It's such a
It's,
horrible family.
I know.
They're such a horrible family.
Nothing sums up their crazy, wealthy, white, insane family than Cinco de Cuatro.
It's like it's this like massive festival on the pier. Like they buy all the fireworks
Mhm.
that are available. Basically, just everything that Cinco de Mayo would ever have, they buy out so that there can't be a Cinco de Mayo celebration. Like it is the
Yes,
most
it's insane.
ridiculous thing they could possibly do.
Yeah,
It's just so
yeah.
dumb. Oh, it's so dumb.
And then there's a point in the first Cinco de Cuatro episode where Lindsay, the one of the adopted sister, is a campaign manager or key advisor or something to like a senator, and she was like in love with him, and then he like dumped her, and it's this whole thing. But anyway, she gets up on stage and she's like, the senator's name is like Ron Love or Howard Love or something Love, and she's like on stage and she's like, he wants to build a wall, and she's talking about like a wall around his heart, but before she finishes, she's like crying. Everyone in the crowd is like, yeah, build a wall. It's just like the most ridiculous episode.
It's such a the whole show is ridiculous.
Yeah,
The whole
it
show is
truly is.
ridiculous. Even when they cuz it change if I remember correctly, it changed from being on Fox to being on something else at some
Yeah,
point.
like season 4, I
Yeah.
think.
And when it did, they even made the flashbacks to Fox ridiculous because whenever they did
Mm-hmm.
flashbacks, they plastered a watermark across the screen whenever they did it. It was like a purposeful
Mm-hmm.
thing to make it a joke. So whenever they
Mm-hmm.
went and did like flashbacks to old episodes or things that happened in the past, they would plaster this like Fox watermark over the screen to show you that this
Yeah.
was like, oh, and it's even the show was,
The entirety of the show, it's
it
just the
made fun
epitome
of
of
itself.
satire.
Yes, it made fun of
Yeah.
itself, which it kind of knew that it was
Hmm.
doing that, which is, it
Hmm.
was, it was, it is stupid. It is the epitome of
Yes.
stupid, but it is a ton of fun. I enjoy
Yeah.
it.
It is. And there's just so many moments where there's relatable moments where it's like any normal family that is like arguing or whatever. And then there's just insane moments where like Buster's hand in his hook.
Oh,
There's just so many funny
Buster's
things.
hand thing is like a 4 season arc. There's
Yeah.
so many different things that happen with that hand that are
Hmm.
ridiculous. Um, yeah, there's
Yeah.
it's a hilarious show.
Yeah. So their take on Cinco de Cuatro is just, it's so funny.
But yes,
It's so, so funny.
yes, happy Cinco de Cuatro, everybody. Um,
Hmm.
what
And happy Cinco de Mayo.
happy Cinco de Mayo as well.
Recognize the
Yes,
actual
actual holiday,
holiday.
happy Cinco de Mayo, which is tomorrow.
Yeah.
Which is
Yes.
tomorrow for the day that this is coming out. So,
Yeah. And I did not know that like this Cinco de Mayo is not as much of a thing in Mexico as it is here because
no.
the actual Cinco de Mayo, it just celebrates a battle, like one battle where the Mexican army won against France, I think.
Hmm.
But we think of it here as like Mexican Independence Day, but it's not. I think that's like a misconception.
Yeah, I didn't know what
Anyways,
it
so
actually
I don't think it's
celebrated.
really celebrated.
Yeah, I didn't know what it actually celebrated, but I knew it
Hmm.
wasn't what it is here. Like, it's
Yeah,
just like
like
a,
here it just seems like it's celebrating heritage and culture.
yeah.
Which is great, but definitely people misconstrue it or whatever.
Yeah.
But just so not only like does America do Cinco de Mayo wrong, but so does the Bluth family in the most hilarious way.
Oh man. Um
Do you have a
yes.
favorite character in Arrested Development?
Do
Because
I
they
have a
are wild.
favorite character?
Mm-hmm.
Um I
Or
think
like a funniest character.
my favorite character is probably Job.
Okay.
Job is probably my favorite character, yes. Um,
Yeah.
just because he's just absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, like
Um,
balls to the wall ridiculous.
yeah, like everything he does is um, just the way he talks too. Like it's just
Yeah.
I don't
I know it's
know.
so good.
It's just always something.
Hmm.
Um,
Yeah.
I there's always
I
some sort of antics going on with Job, and he's probably my
yeah.
favorite character.
Yeah. I think a lot of Lucille's one-liners make me laugh the hardest. The
Okay.
mom.
Yeah.
I think her one-liners make me laugh the hardest. I don't know that I really have a favorite because I think
They all have their
they
parts. Like
all
they all
have,
have their, yeah.
yeah, and they all have their likable moments and their unlikable moments.
Yeah, for sure.
But I think Lucille and Job and Lindsay make me laugh the hardest.
Okay. That makes
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah. So I sent you a quiz.
Mhm. Yes, you did.
Which Arrested Development character are you
Mhm.
spiritually? Which I don't know what that
I
means,
was a
but
little surprised when I got
are you?
like the answer, but the explanation made sense. Does that
Okay.
make sense?
So what did you
Like
get? Yeah.
so I was surprised when the picture came up, but the explanation made sense.
Mm-hmm.
So, I will tell you what I got. Hold on. I got to log into my phone cuz it logged out. I got maybe.
Okay.
and
What's the explanation?
it says you're wiser than your years and have put up with a lot of utter nonsense in your life. Your family frustrates you sometimes, but you always love them.
Oh, that is 100%. That's so funny because this quiz is like a dumb quiz. All it is you choose different pictures. So
Yeah.
it's funny that it gives you such a spot
Yeah, it's
on.
interesting that it kind
Yeah,
of got that. Yeah. I
that's
wonder what the other ones
hilarious.
are. Like I wonder what the other answers are. So what did you get?
I would assume all the family. So I got Lindsay Bluth,
Okay.
and I took it 3 times because I'm always like, I always get like the typical woman character. I took it 3 times.
Okay. Did you get her
So
this every time?
yes,
Okay.
yeah.
That's interesting.
So Lindsay Bluth, you mean well. Sometimes your intentions can become a little self-centered, but your family always tries to steer you right. You also know how to throw a wonderful party and charity fundraiser.
Okay.
I mean, that's pretty accurate.
Okay.
But I love the picture. The picture that it chose for Lindsay is where she tries to cook and she put ham in water and it says it's hot ham water. But the best is Buster tries it and he's like, you can definitely taste the ham or something like that. That's a good
Lord.
scene. But I felt like that was,
Oh
I
man.
mean, pretty accurate. I don't know what the other options were because I got her every time, but
Yeah. I that's kind of what I'm wondering is like what the other descriptions of other people
hmm
are. Cuz
yeah. I mean, I'm assuming that George and Michael would be one because in the picture on the quiz it was George and Michael. So I'm assuming
mhm,
probably like the family members.
each family member is a different one. Yeah.
hmm
So I just don't know
Yeah.
what the I wonder what the comments would be for each one of them or what the description for each one of them would be because
Yeah. I'm gonna take it like a bunch of different times, but change up all of my answers
just
so I
pick
can
different
see
things.
everyone. Yeah. That's
uh
like me going through and taking tests. Like I'll just click through until it tells me all the answers and then I go back through and put in the answers. Uh,
oh man.
I mean, I definitely don't do that.
Oh, of course not. Of course not.
Whatever.
Why would you do
Okay.
that?
Do you have anything else for Cinco de Cuatro? I have a game for us to play.
Okay. Yeah, let's go with the game. I don't have
Okay.
anything else for Cinco de Cuatro because there's really not anything to it. It's just a
Yeah.
television
It's just
show.
fun. Yeah. Okay. So we're going to play Agree to Disagree. So I came up with some hot takes or bold claims, and you either will agree with me or we'll have to agree to disagree. So,
Okay.
super hard game. Um, okay. Number one, aliens are real.
Okay. Can I ask like follow-up questions?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we can talk about them.
Okay. So, are we how like how far are we going on this? Are we talking like aliens as in like smart things or are we talking like just some sort of living organism in some way shape or form?
So, here's the thing. I'm agnostic about aliens. Like, I don't claim to know what aliens are out there or what different types or are they sentient or not. So I just, aliens in general, I don't know. I'm alien agnostic because I'm not the, creator of aliens, nor am I like a scientist. So,
Then I'm gonna have to say, I guess, agree. I don't think there's
okay.
any. I don't. I think. I don't think there's any way that there's not something else in the universe living. Like
Yeah.
the concept that in an almost infinite space that there's nothing else living somewhere
Yeah.
is almost incomprehensible.
Agree.
So
Yeah.
something
Whether it's
living is
like
crazy. Now, whether or not it's
little,
intelligent or not, or if it's just like
yeah,
a microorganism, is an entirely different ordeal. But
that's exactly what I was gonna say.
like, that's why I was asking is like, are we talking like actual, like intelligent something like
Yeah.
us, or are we talking like just
It could be
a
like
bacteria?
anything.
Okay.
Yeah, it could be like a bacteria, an alien dog, an alien human. I don't know. Just any type of, just there's life out
Alien,
there
an alien,
besides us.
an alien dog,
Yeah.
an alien opie.
Oh my God, I would adopt it.
Of course you would.
I love him so much.
He hasn't made a noise. He hasn't made a peep. He's been a
He
good.
hasn't made he's slept through this whole episode. You can't see him on camera, but he's behind me. He's slept through this whole thing. Okay. Okay, so we agree on that one. All right. Claim number two. Imitation crab is disgusting, but it's a gateway crustacean.
Gateway crustacean.
Yeah, like for sushi. So you'll have like California rolls.
Okay.
We'll have like imitation crab or
Uh
something,
huh.
but then that gets people to like sushi and then like try other sushis and sashimis. Sashimi? Yeah. So it's a gateway crustacean, but it's disgusting.
Yeah. I mean, okay. Sure. I guess.
So agree.
Yeah. I guess. I don't.
Do you like imitation crab?
Um. I don't. I mean, I like crab
I
rangoon.
think I've okay.
I like.
Yeah.
I like crab dip. So I guess kinda. Yeah. I don't have a problem with
Okay.
it. Like it doesn't bother me.
Yeah, I guess I didn't think about crab rangoon.
Yeah. Like
Just like
it doesn't bother me in most cases because usually it's such a
yeah, like
small.
cooked into
It's
something.
usually cooked into things and it's such a small amount that I can't really.
Hmm.
It's not really
Well,
that
by itself,
noticeable.
it's disgusting.
Well, yeah, but
Yeah.
like it's usually such a small like inconceivable amount that it doesn't really like it's cooked into so
Hmm.
much. It's cooked into so many other things that it doesn't really matter anymore. So I don't,
Yeah.
I'm not just eating it like I would crab,
Yeah.
So,
So I guess if you think about like crab rangoon and crab dip, there's probably a lot of people that don't like fish but would eat that. So
yeah.
therefore, it's a gateway crustacean too.
Sure. I'll go with that.
Yeah.
I
So
guess
we
agree.
agree.
Yeah.
Okay. Number three.
Gateway crustacean.
I
Good
think
lord.
I think the United States should implement a siesta for 1 to 2 p.m. Central Time every day.
A what?
Weekdays.
A what?
Siesta. Like
Oh, a
nap.
siesta, like a nap. Okay.
Yeah.
1 to 2 p.m. Central.
Hmm.
Okay.
Weekdays.
Um, is it required? Like we all
Yes,
have to
I
go.
think the stock market should close from 1 to 2 p.m. each day. Banks should close from 1 to 2 p.m. Businesses should close and then reopen and stay open until 6
Okay.
instead
But
of
we
5.
don't like I don't have to go take a nap, but it just has it's like a required businesses close.
Well, yeah, it's not like a soldier's holding
Yeah.
a gun to your
Yeah.
head and like saying you have to take a nap, but it's like business is closed, everything's closed.
You
I'm
know,
taking a nap.
you know, um I
I would for sure be taking a nap.
yeah, I disagree with that one.
Okay.
I disagree with that one because I don't think the government should really be making that decision for a business.
So, but what if it was just like a cultural thing, like in Spain, like
If
maybe not
somebody if
regulated?
somebody wants to do it, then go for it. I don't really care. Like if that's what
Mhm.
you want to do, then then do it.
So like if you had a coworker that was like 1 to 2 p.m. every day, like no matter what, no matter what day it is, like
Good for you.
you're saying like people can make their individual
Yeah,
decisions.
good for you. Go for it. I don't care.
The problem is I don't want to work from 1 to 2 p.m. But if the market's open, I have to work. So that's federally regulated.
uh, yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't really care. Like, if the, you know, if they, yeah, I mean, I don't think it's something the government should regulate. I don't think it's that necessary.
Okay.
But if somebody wants
Okay.
to do it, if a business decided, hey, we're gonna close for our lunch,
Hmm.
then do it.
Yeah.
I don't really care. You know.
Well, we're going to have to agree to disagree on that one because I want the government to tell me it's okay to take a nap from 1 to 2 p.m. So, okay. Next one. Christmas songs should only be played in December,
I disagree
not
with that.
after
Nope.
Halloween.
Nope. Nope. Agree
December
to disagree.
only.
Nope. Agree to disagree.
I despise Christmas, Christmas music, like December only.
Agree to
As
disagree.
someone who works in retail,
Mm-hmm.
I cannot believe you would disagree with that. You say you're telling me you are okay with hearing Christmas music from October 31st through December 31st at the bank
I mean, I don't usually listen.
constantly?
I mean, I don't usually listen to it at the bank constantly because I control the music. But no, when I worked at Pier 1, it got old pretty quick. I will
Okay,
admit
there you
that.
go. Sorry, Pier 1 would have
But
probably been a better example.
but I will say I will sometimes turn Christmas music on in July because I just want to listen to a little bit of Christmas music.
Ugh. Canceled. I
But I also don't listen to like I listen to some standard Christmas music, but I don't listen to just like what a lot of people listen to as standard Christmas music. So,
I think it should only be played from December 1st on, and if that, like that's a lot. Like just a week would be like my, but I know people love Christmas and Christmas music, so
I
I'm willing to give
the
December.
again, here's my biggest problem with Christmas music. This
Hmm.
is my biggest annoyance with Christmas music. It's not so much that it gets yes, it gets played too long. I will agree.
Hmm.
But it's not even so much that it gets played too long, it's that they don't have enough songs in the rotation.
Yes,
There are more
that's true.
Christmas songs than what they play. There's like 20 or 30 Christmas songs that they just play over and over because they're popular. There are
Yeah,
thousands of versions of these Christmas songs, and there's other Christmas songs out there too that they don't play.
yeah,
That's the problem. Like
yeah. Okay, I
my
will
Christmas
agree with that part of that.
my Christmas playlist on my phone has like 300 or 400 Christmas songs on it. So you can get more Christmas songs than what like the radio plays.
Yeah, like the six.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the problem that I have, which is why I don't
Even if
like.
there were 300 songs on rotation on the radio, I still say a month is enough to play those.
That's fine. We'll agree to disagree on that. I understand. I understand your
Yeah.
reasoning.
Okay. Agree to
Yeah,
disagree.
I understand your reasoning.
Ugh.
But sometimes I want to listen to Christmas music. Sometimes I just like and
Hmm.
like in sometimes I just want to like there might be a couple days or a day where I'm just like, you know what, I'm feeling some Christmas-ish music now and I'll listen to it for like maybe 20 minutes and then I'm done. I'm happy.
I think I've ever thought that in my life.
Yeah.
Okay. Next one. ASMR videos are horrible.
You mean you don't like this? You don't you don't like this type of
I
video?
can't even hear that.
You don't like this type of video when people do
No.
that? Okay.
They're
Um,
not, so I think they're meant to be relaxing or like
they are for some people.
stimulating
They are for
or
some people.
something.
Some people
Yeah.
they are, and it's a type of it is.
Hmm. It's like stimulation for
Yeah,
some people, I
it
think.
it depends on the person. Some people don't feel
Hmm.
that, and I'm not one who is tends to be
Hmm.
uh stimulated necessarily by ASMR. It doesn't really do anything for me either. I
I
get
think
that
it makes me like more anxious because I'm
anxious.
like weirded out, but you can't stop looking at it. And then I want to scroll, but I'm like, I don't know. Yeah,
I don't.
I don't like them.
I think the I agree with you. I think
Hmm.
one thing maybe in your comment might be the difference, and maybe not.
Hmm.
You said video. Is that part of it? The videos are weirder because you're actually watching somebody do these
Watching
things.
them do it.
Yeah. Whereas I think if you were just hearing
Videos,
the
word
audio,
sounds.
I think the audio
Yeah,
isn't quite as bad because you're just hearing it, but when you're watching somebody do it, it makes it a little weirder.
we tried this sleep. I had a therapist who I loved, but she gave us this like playlist thing that was like hypnotherapy ASMR type to fall asleep to.
Mm-hmm.
It was like a guy whispering and it was supposed to kind of like lull you into sleep. Um Casey hated it. He was like, I'm so uncomfortable with a man whispering me to
Yeah,
sleep.
that's weird. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's weird.
And also I was like, I'm listening but not sleeping. Like I'm listening too hard,
Yeah.
you know? And so it just was not it did not work.
My and I don't know if this is ASMR because I don't think so. My
Hmm.
listening, if I want to listen to something to fall asleep, it's like thunderstorms or
Yeah.
like
I don't know. Is that
noises.
ASMR? I have no idea.
I don't I don't know if that is considered ASMR or not.
Yeah. I don't
I
actually
don't
know what
think so.
ASMR means. I just know what I think of when I'm like scrolling through social media and
Yeah.
I see people doing weird things with their
It
microphones.
it stands for something. It's audio something something.
Hmm.
I don't remember exactly what it stands for, but
Yeah.
it's yeah, I don't I think I'm aligned with you on that one.
Okay.
I think I'm aligned with you on that one.
Yeah, like the weird social media video ASMRs are horrible. I should probably edit my statement to say that. I'm sure not all ASMR is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Last one. Expiration dates are not just a suggestion.
Um
Like some people are like, it's a conspiracy.
I think it
They don't go bad until after.
I think it
I don't know. Sometimes my
depends.
milk and stuff goes bad before.
I think it depends on what it is because some of them are best by dates, some of them are expiration dates. So
I'm talking expiration, not
yeah,
Best Buy. I'm talking expiration.
yeah. I mean, expiration dates. I think there's a reason that there's an expiration date on things. I mean,
Yeah.
I think some
Like you
of them
think there's
are.
not a scientist that studied like when they go bad, when mold forms, like they're they had to have some type of reasoning for that timeline. And there are a lot of things I have that go bad, like not just milk, but other things too that go bad before the expiration date even. So I definitely follow those.
Yeah, with milk, I usually like do the sniff test with it,
Yeah, I do
and
too.
and like if it's like a day after or so, I might still drink it. If it's, it just kind of
Hmm.
depends. If it's around the expiration date, like
Hmm.
this, I think this when it says today is
Hmm.
technically like the end of the Best Buy date or whatever.
Yeah.
It still tastes fine. Like
Hmm.
it'll probably be
I
gone today,
usually
but
throw it out, yeah, the day after.
yeah,
Like if it says it expires today, I will like have it thrown out by the end of the day if I
yeah.
don't use it.
It just kind of
Yeah.
depends on what it is. Yeah, it all depends
Hmm.
on what it is. So,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
yeah, I I,
Well,
I
so
think
we agree there.
yeah, I think
So
expiration dates
most
are
of those we
certain.
agreed. So we
Yeah,
agreed to disagree on the siesta and Christmas
Christmas.
songs.
Christmas music.
Hmm.
Yep.
Yeah.
I just like
So those
Christmas.
are
I like
my
Christmas
those are my
music.
hot takes.
And I'm not overly religious. I don't really care about the religious part of the Christmas music. I just like Christmas music. I don't know
Yeah.
why. I just do.
Yeah, I feel like I'm a very happy person
Yeah.
and like joyful person, but Christmas music just makes me like want to like get mad at someone. I don't know.
Oh man. Yeah, I get
Yeah.
that. Anyway,
Santa's gonna
um,
have to square up.
I use type for facts. Do we think Santa gets tired of Christmas music?
I would. Can you imagine all those elves singing Christmas music constantly and their voices are so annoying? Hmm.
Oh. Anyway, Nick, what's your fact for this week?
Okay, so mine's about Arrested Development.
Yep, I picked something to go along with Arrested Development as well.
Okay, cool. So Lindsay Bluth was the only character that was rewritten for an actor after they were so blown away with how funny Portia de Rossi was in her audition.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Thought that was interesting. She is funny. That's why her and Lucille are, think, have the funniest one-liners for me.
Okay. So mine isn't specifically about the show.
Mhm.
Mine is about one of my favorite kind of gags or kind of things that goes along with the show.
Okay.
Um, so I have a couple different things here. I just looked up a list of uh, facts about bananas. So we're gonna go through a couple of them.
Okay.
The average American, which I didn't know this, but this sounds crazy to me. The average American consumes around 11 pounds of bananas a year.
A lot.
That seems like a lot because I don't really like bananas that much, and I do not
Mhm.
consume 11 pounds of bananas a year.
But it's an average. I mean, think of if someone is eating a banana every day for breakfast in the morning, it's probably more than 11 pounds.
Yeah. I mean, I guess.
So it averages out.
I eat like maybe one banana a year. Like I don't
Statistically insignificant. If
yeah.
I put my nerd glasses on, that is statistically insignificant.
Um Bananas were first domesticated around 7,000 years ago in Southeast Asia. Uh, and is there any other interesting ones on here? Bananas are naturally a little radioactive.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Small
I
amounts of
wonder why.
potassium 40, a radioisotope. It says you would need to
Oh,
eat 274 bananas a day for 7 years to begin feeling symptoms of radiation poisoning.
it's a lot of bananas.
I
That's more than 11 pounds.
think you would die from something else before you ever actually got
Yeah,
hurt.
yeah.
Um,
Like, can't potassium affect your heart? Or is potassium good for your heart? I don't know. Either way, that much
I don't
probably
know. It
isn't.
doesn't really matter. Nothing in that quantity is going to be good for you, so it doesn't really matter. Um,
Yeah.
Excess in any amount like that is going to be bad for you, so it doesn't really matter. But
Hmm.
yeah, there's always money. There's money in the banana stand.
There's always money in the
There's
banana
always money
stand.
in the banana stand. It is the stupidest freaking show I think I've ever watched in my entire life, but it's so flippin'
It's
funny.
so good.
Anyway, I think that's it for this week, folks. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Happy Cinco de Cuatro.
Happy Cinco de Cuatro.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and we'll talk to you guys next week.
Bye.